Manifest Destiny. Mexican-American War. And the Mexican Cession. The ideals of Manifest Destiny and the outcome of the Mexican-American War led to the U.S. expansion to the Pacific Ocean. Manifest Destiny is the oblivious fate to settle land all the way to the Pacific Ocean in order to spread democracy. Mexican independence set the stage for conflict and change in the West and Southwest. At the same time, American settlers continued to move westward, settling in the Mexican territories of Texas and California. American ambitions led to clashes with Mexico and people who already lived in Mexico's territories. As Americans moved westward, Native Americans in Buffalo were pushed away by approaching settlers. As the settlers moved west into California and Texas, it created issues with the Mexican government. The Mexican government didn't like the fact that Americans were settling on their territory, which America still recognized as our territory, which made President Polk angry. This is what President Polk said to Congress. Mexico has passed the boundaries of the United States of America, has invaded our territories, and shed American blood upon American soil. The two nations are now at war. President Polk must have been very persuasive because 2 days later, Congress declared war on Mexico. This is President James K. Polk. President Polk sent Taylor and his men to fight against Mexicans down in Texas and California. This is Zachary Taylor, the U.S. Army general that President Polk sent to fight against the Mexicans. Taylor and his men won many battles south of the Nueces River. Taylor and his soldiers crossed the Rio Grande and awaited for more men to arrive to fight. While Taylor awaited more men, President Polk sent General Henry to attack Mexico City. In August, Henry took Santa Fe, the capital city, without a fight. He claimed the entire province of New Mexico for the United States and marched westward to California, where another conflict with Mexico was already brewing. There were only 500 Americans living in California. Yet in the spirit of Manifest Destiny, a small group of American settlers seized the town of Simonia. Hostilities began between the two sides when the Americans took some horses that were intended for the Mexican militia. What became known as the Bear Flag Revolt, the Americans declared California to be an independent nation. John C. Fremont, a U.S. Army captain, was leading a mapping expedition across Sierra Nevada when he heard of a possible war with Mexico. John C. Fremont joined the American settlers in the revolt against the Californios. Because America was already at war with Mexico, John C. Fremont's actions were seen as a benefit to America. During the revolt, many important Californios were taken prisoner. The Bear Flag Revolt was quick to fall. In July, U.S. Navy forces came ashore in California and raised the United States of America flag, and California officially became part of America. Kenya's army arrived from the east. The towns of San Francisco, Los Angeles, and San Diego fell rapidly. This is what the Mexican soldiers looked like during the Mexican-American War. This is what the American soldiers looked like during the Mexican-American War. The two maps on the screen show the disputed territory and the battles and the forts. February of the next year, the United States and Mexico signed the Treaty of Guadalcanal, which officially ended the war and forced Mexico to turn over much of its northern territories in the United States. Then came the Gadsden Purchase. The U.S. government paid Mexico $10 million. In exchange, the United States received the southern parts of what is now Arizona and New Mexico. In 1845, the United States annexed Texas. In 1848, it acquired Oregon in the huge Mexican cession. By 1843, with the Gadsden Purchase, the United States had taken the basic shape of what it still is today. Created by Arizona. Maddie. Kendra. Angela.